everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna. I'm a full-time reseller, and you know what, guys? I had a week. I had wackadoodle things going on, and I want to talk about them with you. So today we're going to talk a little bit about platform etiquette, we're going to talk about thrift store etiquette, and we're going to talk about some hard truths about reselling. If this is the kind of content that you like, I upload Tuesdays and Fridays, so don't forget to subscribe. Now we're going to jump right in. And we're actually going to start with the main topic of the video. I know, as a YouTuber, I am not supposed to start with the hook, with the main topic. That's supposed to be at the end so everybody watches to the end. But you know what, honestly, to that, I want to talk about this first and foremost. The hard truth about reselling. Okay, so there's only a few. I know there's many more, but these are the few that have sort of cropped up this week. Number one, reselling is not passive income. And reselling is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's just not. It takes time and effort and investment and learning things in order to be a success in this business. It is not easy peasy lemon squeezy, but on the opposite of that, it's not all that difficult either. Almost anybody can learn to do this business, and that's the beauty of this business. It's very inclusive that way, and I love that. But it does take time and effort. You are not going to list something on Wednesday and sell it for $1 million on Friday. That probably never happens. Probably never. We're going to put it out there like that. If you come into this business thinking that it's all going to be easy, I can sit on my butt and not do anything, you're wrong. You need to put the work in. You know, and sometimes that work comes easier to some people. Some people have access to better items. That happens. But another rule or another beauty of this reselling business is that there's many different paths to success. That is hard truth number two. Not number one, number two. There are many different business models, and as the business owner, you get to decide what works for you. You know what, that could be your whole business model. It could be bringing in certain tools, certain apps, certain advice into your business. You get to decide what you keep and what you throw away if it doesn't work for you. I think some people need to remember that when you watch YouTube, when you watch or you follow somebody on Instagram and they give you advice, they say, hey, this works for me. You want to remember that it works for them, and that it's a suggestion, that it's guidance. It's not a hard and fast rule. It's not, do this. In fact, you've heard me say this before. If you follow anyone that says, do it this way or you're wrong, for the most part, that type of sentiment is a red flag, because there are many different ways of doing things. You can sell one item and make $100. You can sell 10 items and make $100. You can sell 5 items and make $100. That's up to you. And you know what? Only you know what you need to make in a month, what you have access to, what you can reinvest into your business. So nobody else can tell you those things. You have to sit down as a business owner and make those decisions. Take the guidance because it's good and the suggestions are good, and absolutely try new things. I am very much try new things. Try something different, try new brands, try different apps, try different tools, and see if they work. That being said, number 3, and probably I think this is my final one. With that advice, with those suggestions, sometimes comes affiliate links. And you know what? There's nothing wrong with affiliate links. It helps creators make a little bit of extra money, or get some kickbacks, which for the most part they probably deserve, because they're bringing that forward to you. They're giving their knowledge and their experience and advertising something, and I think that's fine, absolutely fine. Just remember, as a viewer or a buyer, if you click on that link and use their code, they are getting a kickback. Just remember that, because sometimes, not often, and not anybody I watch, because I don't watch those type of people, but there are people who will push an app because they are getting huge kickbacks. So their opinion is skewed. So that brings me back to number 2 with making your own decisions. If you choose to click on one of those links and you do a free trial of something, make your own decision about whether it works for you or not. That's it. I mean, it sounds simple, but I think we forget that we are in charge of our business. I make the decisions. If I want to try something, I try it. If I don't want to try something, I don't. I tried one shop. I didn't have a problem with it. I did finally read that whole drama thing that happened with that person. And yeah, I wouldn't go back to one shop, but anyway, I tried it and it just wasn't working for me. I'm trying Posh Sidekick right now. So far, so good. It's working. We'll see. I've made a decision in the sense that I'm still using it, but I'm still giving it some time. I have not shared that affiliate link yet. I just haven't. I won't until I'm 100% sure. But anyway, that is it. Those are my truths. Those are the truths that have come up this week that I really think people need to be aware of. What do you have that I didn't mention as a truth in reselling? Let me know down below and share it with everybody. All right. Now we're going to move on to, we're going to do platform etiquette because this comes with a story. All right, number one, when you are commenting on a listing, if you want to comment on a listing, hey, that's really cute, I wish it was my size, that's fine. I mean, it doesn't really help me at all, but you know what, it's cute, that's fine, it doesn't hurt. If you want to comment on a listing something negative, number one, why? What is your end game with that? And number two, why are you doing it on the listing and not in private? My point in case, my experience that I had this week, I have this Lululemon scuba jacket. I don't know, it's a limited edition and I forget off the top of my head. It's a limited edition Lululemon jacket. I have it listed for $80 on my US account because I've done some research and I always list high to begin with. If I can't find exactly what they're selling for, I will list it a bit higher and try it out. Anyway, that's me explaining to you guys why I price some things a certain way. The first comment on this listing was, you sure it's not a size 4? No, you sure it's not, start again. You're sure it's a size 6? 17 inches usually means a size 4. I woke up to this comment and I was like, well, number one, there's a photo of the size dot which says size 6 and there's measurements. So why do you think, like, what the hell? And so I did that face to this comment and said, you know what, the size dot says 6 and I include measurements to account for any shrinkage in a used item, which is true. And I did that because, okay, maybe she just missed all that information and she was just curious. Fine. I didn't think very much about it. And a couple hours later, a couple hours goes by, and then she mentions, oh my God, she says, $80 seems expensive for something that has marks on it. That comment is not helpful. It is her opinion. And if you are interested in buying it, why not put it into a bundle? Tell me what you want to offer, and you want to offer it because it has marks on it, and we can discuss it. Don't do it on the listing. At this point, I went to her closet to find out what was this about, kind of thing, because sometimes you can tell a lot about somebody if they're a seller or whatever. So this person has been on Poshmark for like 6 years, since 2017. She has absolutely no listings, so she is not a seller. And she's only left one love note in 6 years. So maybe she's a buyer and just never gives love notes. Or, you know, maybe she just never buys anything and she's just trying to stir the pot. I took it from that information. I went back to her comment and went, yeah, you're just trying to get a reaction out of me. You're just trying to cause poop. That's it. I did draft a response to say, I'm not justifying my pricing to you when you're not interested in buying it. I did not comment though. I said, no, you know what? This is what they want. They want me to give that reaction. They want me to get mad. They want to have a back and forth. And you know what? I don't have time for that. I don't have time to deal with a narcissistic idiot who wants to drain my time. Kind of been there, done that, and not going to do it again. So, except for me complaining to you guys about it, All I did was I reported the comments as spam and as harassment. They're borderline harassment, really. She wasn't calling me names or anything, but I did report them, got them removed. I went to her closet, reported her as harassment, and because I figure if there's a build-up, if a lot of people do that, then maybe something will be done. And then I blocked her. It's like, you know what? I don't have time for you. And then I just relisted my item. I don't have time for that. And you know what? As somebody that has some confidence in her items, I don't justify my pricing to anybody, period. It's not their business what my business is. And knowing that reacting to this person would have had absolutely no effect on her, she wouldn't change her behavior, that was my gut instinct that was telling me that. I chose to ignore it and to walk away. That is what I do for the most part. I don't mind fighting back sometimes because I have the confidence to do that. I've done that in some cases. But in this case, I just decided to walk away because this is just ridiculous and doesn't belong on my listing. It doesn't belong on Poshmark. Don't be that kind of person on Poshmark. If you're going to comment on somebody's listing anything negative, first of all, why are you doing it? Do it in a bundle. If you have something that you want to say that may be helpful. For instance, a while back, somebody had spelt the brand name wrong in their listing, and I put it into a bundle and I just let them know nicely. I said, I hope you don't mind, but I noticed that your brand name was spelt wrong, and this could be affecting the search on the item. And again, I hope you don't mind me telling you this. She was thankful. Now, she could have been in the back of her head calling me kind of a nosy whatever, but she was thankful. She shared some of my items as a thank you. That, I think, is the right way to do that. Don't be the person that just decides they want to cause poop on somebody's listing. There's enough buyers out there for all of us, so I don't understand that mentality. So, that was my platform etiquette. That actually even goes for YouTube as well. I had somebody comment on one of my shorts, and I was like, okay, this is not a helpful comment. And you guys know that I don't mind if you disagree with me. I think it's fabulous. We learn from each other. Do that. But there's a way to do it. Just don't point blankly say, oh, all your listings are expensive. Well, whatever. And I just delete the comment. Very seldom do I fight back, but I do delete a lot of comments. But anyway, that's platform. Thrift store etiquette. Okay, this one is a fun one because yesterday we went to a Goodwill that I love to go to. It wasn't very busy. I found some good stuff. I'm actually going to film a haul after this so I can show you what I got. It wasn't very busy. Everybody seemed to be giving everybody space. It was great. And I was going to light jackets. I went up the light jacket rack. Is what I did because spring's coming and that's what I'm sourcing right now. And so I have my cart. I always push my cart ahead of me. So I sort of scrunch up really close to my cart. So I have like 3 feet of what I'm taking up in what? A 20, 30 foot rack kind of line. And pet peeve number one is people that just get into your space. And you know what? Leave at least 2 feet. 3 feet is better. Leave a little bit of space. Don't crowd me. I'm not taking forever. I am looking at brands, click, 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 click. I might take 1 or 2 out and sort of look at them and decide then, but I wasn't taking a huge amount of time. It's not like I was taking every single coat off the hanger, trying it on or whatever. Somebody came up to me. I was in the middle of the aisle. They came up. They were like this close to me. Seriously. Like I was going through the coats and they were maybe 6 to 10 items behind me. Too close. Like I looked at her and was like, okay, fine, and I just went about my merry way because I was doing my thing. So that's fine to a certain degree. She decided she wasn't going to wait for me. She went around me, which is fine, to the other side of the double rack. So it was coats on one side, plus size on the other, reached through the racks and grabbed a coat that I was like maybe 3 coats ahead of where I was. Took it off of the hanger, looked at it, and went and ran to her cart for it. I was flabbergasted. I was like, are you kidding me? Okay, I might have swore, but I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Why? Why? Like, you wanted that coat so badly. And you know what? Whatever. I don't care what kind of coat it was. You wanted it. Don't be that person. Don't ever, ever be that person. That was so rude. I mean, I can understand it a little bit more if I was taking every single coat off and trying it on and taking 5 minutes for every item, but I wasn't. And you know what? I have been through racks that have been picked through and still found good things. So not everybody's looking for the same things. Don't be that person. Just don't be that person. And also in thrift stores, I take my hangers off before I reach the cashier. I do bring my hangers up with me and give them to the cashier. That is me. Some people take the items off of the hangers and leave the hangers on the racks. That's up to the thrift store. That's still good. I like to save the cashier time and effort. It also helps the people behind me in line, especially if I have a full cart. It means I'm taking less time and they don't have to stand there as long. It's called courtesy. It's called respect. I do that. I'm also very respectful to my, Goodwill and my thrift store employees, because why not? They're doing a job. You know what? Everybody doing a job deserves at least some sort of niceness to help them through their day, period. And if you're like me, I go back and forth to the same thrift stores all the time. And when people that work there start recognizing you, and you know what, you take something up that maybe doesn't have a price tag on, they may think, yeah, you're nice, and we're going to, do a little extra for you. But even still, be nice to human beings. It's absolutely the right thing to do. I'm actually going to leave you with one more little bit of etiquette, and that is about your post office workers. Super thankful for my post office. They've worked through the pandemic, and they helped me keep my business going. And I thank them. I give them chocolates at Christmas. They sent me a Christmas card in response, which was really sweet. Be nice, period, to the people that help you with your business. That is it. I am done. This is a little bit of a longer video, I know, and it's not normal for me. If you have made it all the way to the end, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thumbs up if you like the content. Let me know down below in the comments absolutely anything you want to let me know, okay? I'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.